Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrews, like you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Got to give our praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba, not Yahuwah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rikah Kodash. The abundance to the apostles and the division elders of great millstone who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth with the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akwath who are listening learning. If you sisters who are listening learning. Coming into another lesson of truth, facts, faith, and notification. Another day notification, Lord, which we have to find. So I titled this lesson, the world is about to witness who the God of the Bible really is. And he's the King of terrors. The world is about to witness who the God of the Bible, the God of the Hebrew Israelites really is. And before I get into this lesson, I want to play this clip and show you another slow belly Shiva Jata nigga who thinks that the Lord is dealing with them. Now, this was sent to me, and I listened to about 5 minutes of this, and I had to stop. First off, I didn't want to watch it because the nigga got Shiva Jatas. That's number one. So I played about 5 minutes of it. This nigga is going off. So I just want to play this before I go into this lesson, dealing with the world is about to witness who the God of the Bible really is, the King of terrors. But before I get into this lesson, I got to show you this. Be aware of Shiva Jata's slow-bellied niggas, man, who really thinks the Lord is dealing with them, who really think they have the Holy Spirit of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah. And this nigga is using the name of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah. So I'm going to play some of this, maybe about 10 minutes. I just want you to hear how bugged out this nigga is. Mark them, as I always do, mark them and keep it moving. Now, I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to play this, but I'm going to turn the volume down. I'm going to play it from the phone because I know Esau going to freeze it. So I'm going to play it from the phone. Lord willing, be able to find. Check this out.
I want to thank everybody who's giving online, all of our online members. Salute to you. We are blessed to have you watching with us online. Church is growing fast, right? And there's a bunch of us here, but there's about 95 of us in our church now. So it's growing really fast. The online does it say on the screen?
Now this video got 22.2 thousand subscribers. Okay, 10,000 thumbs up on this video. 284,000 views. This was two weeks ago. Check this madness out.
Are you getting prepared? 3 days of darkness. Anybody ever heard about the 3 days of darkness? It's very common right now. A lot of people are talking about it because we just moved into the month where it is predicted that it will happen. So I'm going to show you one of the most famous predictions about the 3 days of darkness. And when I'm talking about 3 days of darkness, I'm not referring specifically to what happened during the Exodus. So what people say, we believe what people do. So we're going to look and see what was done, and we're going to trust in the scriptures instead of trusting in the people's opinions. But let me show you this prediction that was given. This is one of the most famous ones. Go ahead and show them a slide. This is attributed to the Italian mystic and scene. And the air will be laden with pestilence, which will claim mainly, but not only his window to look out or leaves his home, will fall dead on the spot. During these 3 days, people should remain in their homes, pray the rosary. See, I told you, it's sounding more and more suspect as we go. It's more suspect. It says, and beg God for mercy. All the enemies of the church, whether known or unknown, will perish over the whole earth during that universal darkness, with the exception of a place, because it is prophesied that these 3 days of darkness will take place over a Thursday, a Friday, and a Saturday, possibly in the month of March. That's the month where one is coming, and it's going to be the biggest total solar eclipse that we have seen in like 400 years or something like that. This journey, praying the rosary. Don't let me catch none of y'all with a rosary up in this piece. Okay. Let's see what the scriptures say about this situation. Give me Amos chapter 3, and let's begin at verse 7. The scripture references the prophets. What does that mean?
Now, who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? That's the second one that threw me. That's number 2. Okay? He said, the Lord.
Nothing unless he has revealed what he is going to do to his servants, the prophet.
Hold on, let's back it up. Let's back it up.
What does that mean? If something's going to happen, it needs to be documented. There needs to be how many coming up, but it's not coming up in March. This is the 2024 solar eclipse, I believe, since 2017. This one is coming, and it's going to be the biggest total solar eclipse that we have seen in like 400 years or something like that. This is predicted to take place on April 8th, but most people are thinking March is coming around and the 3 days of darkness are coming. We don't want to just fall for anything. We don't want to go onto YouTube and say, well, how do I get ready for this thing? And before you know it, you're all off on some other journey, praying the rosary. Don't let me catch none of y'all with a rosary up in this piece. Okay. Let's see what the scriptures say about this situation. Give me Amos chapter 3, and let's begin at verse 7.
Listen.
Beat down just a little bit more in the background.
Now, the first one is, he got Shiva Jatas. That's off the rip. But I said, I'm going to listen to this slow belly nigga. Listen.
The scripture says, surely Adonai Elohim will do nothing.
Adonai Adonai Elohim, right? He didn't say Elohim, he said Elohim. So he know the word God in the Hebrew is Elohim. He said Adonai for the word Lord, right? That ain't what Lord mean. That ain't what Lord mean. Slow bellied nigga.
But he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. What does that mean? He ain't gonna do nothing unless he has revealed what he's going to do to his servants, the prophets. What does that mean? If something's gonna happen, it needs to be documented. There needs to be how many witnesses? 2 or 3 witnesses, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established. Okay, so we have a prediction made by a non-Israelite that there's going to be 3 days of darkness. Do we immediately believe that, or do we search the scriptures? Because he's not going to do anything unless he's revealed it to his servants. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 1. Let's look at verse 9. The scripture says, that thing that hath been, what is it? It is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is how many? There is no new thing under the sun. Okay, if somebody comes up and they're like, look at this, it's a new thing. Give me the next verse. Verse 10, it says, is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new. It hath been already of old time, which was before us. Does that make sense? What does that mean in relation to 3 days of darkness? Have we ever had 3 days of darkness before? Yes, we have. We have. Okay, so we might have to take this a little bit more seriously as we dive in and find out. Give me verse 11. It says, there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. That means you don't remember what happened before, and you don't remember what's going to happen after this time, but there's no new thing. Okay, so let's see. That thing which hath been is that thing which shall be. And I think I distinctly remember Yahushua warning us about a time of darkness. Let's take a look at the original 3 days of darkness and see if we can learn anything from that about what might happen to us. Give me Exodus chapter 10, verse 21. Let me give you the context on this.
Now, he in the church. One is he got Shiva Jatas. 2, he called the word Lord Adonai, which will tell you in my 1465 King James Bible that the Jew measures created dots and dashes called vowel points and changed the name of the Lord to Adonai for the word Lord. And to tell you that it got all the words to the Lord name in that chapter. It's on page 73. It said Yahweh and Jehovah are hybrid names. It said Jesus, the word Jesus was pronounced with a Y because it wasn't any J's. This is a 1465 Bible I got, old book. So, 1, this nigga got Shiva Jatas. 2, the nigga called the word Lord Adonai or Adonai. And 3, this nigga is off, man. This nigga got a church for number 3. So if he in the building, just like IUIC, like Sakari in them, that means this nigga got the 501c3. Now that's just 3. Let's continue. This was sent to me, and I must make this nigga famous. And though he got 22,000 subscribers, 22,000 and 284 people has watched this video. Let's continue.
There was a bunch of plagues. How many? Uh-oh. I heard 2 different numbers. How many plagues? 10 plagues. You guys know what the darkness is? It's plague number 9. You know what happens after the 3 days of darkness? Plague number 10. Now, who knows what it was? It's very important to you. Death of the firstborn, and that accompanies the Passover. The Passover is coming up next month. On Monday, Saturday the 22nd, according to the new moon calendar. Okay, so this...
The nigga said the Passover is in April. He gonna say it. He said Monday the 22nd. Here you go again. The beginning of the fucking year, you can go look it up. That's another thing I got in my Bible. The 1465 is the lunar calendar, and it starts in March. Everybody know this. But let's listen to this slow-bellied nigga.
In Exodus, is starting to line up a little bit with the 3 days of darkness that is being prophesied. So now we got to pay a little bit more attention. Scripture says, and Yahweh said unto Moshe, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over...
This nigga called Moses Moshe, and it ain't Moshe. See? Anyway.
The land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. You know the kind of darkness that is? That's that peanut butter darkness. It's thick. That's that thick darkness right there. You touching it. You're like, wait, this is weird. It's like, okay, now watch. Give me this next verse. It says, and Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt. For how long? 3 days. Okay, so we do have a witness about this 3 days of darkness. Give me verse 23. Let's find out what it was like. It says, they saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days. That line is very important because when you first read that, what do you think? Nobody went out of their house, right? That's not what it's saying. I'm going to show you a precept. It's not saying that nobody went out of their house. It's saying nobody could move. Nobody moved for 3 days. I know that.
Now, what I was meditating on at the plantation, nobody, none of us heard Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Let me get this real quick. I'm going to come back. Nobody never heard that. So where did he get the name Yahweh and Yahushua from? Because he mentioned both. Let me read this. See, you had to get this. I'm talking about every new camp, True Nation, WFI. I don't care who it is. Sons of Thunder, all these groups. You heard the name Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua from the One West, man. From One West. And you don't got to give double honor to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone. This nigga ain't even opened up with all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Just that alone, this nigga is wicked. In Romans 10 and 18, it reads, but have they not all obeyed the gospel? Salakia, Romans 10 and 18, that was 16. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily their sound. Whose sound? Verily their sound went into all the earth and their words unto the ends of the world. Where's this nigga come from right here, man? Where's this nigga come from, man? You don't give double on you don't give all praise and glory to you. How about Shema Washai? You just started your lesson. Anyway, let's go back.
Because of the precept. It says neither rose any from his place. So if you was out there running, you just fell down, boom, and you stayed in that spot for 3 days. But look at this line right here. This is my favorite part. It says, but all the children of Israel, what do we have? We had light in our dwellings. We had that light. What's the light? Okay, we had that. Okay, that's good. So did 3 days of darkness happen before? Yes, it did. This was the 9th plague. It happened right before the Passover. The death of the firstborn was the 10th plague. And then shortly after that, literally the next day, we went out of captivity. You can see a picture starting to form here because I don't know if you noticed, but we live in the last days. We should be preparing every available moment for the second Exodus.
Now the nigga got fringes on his t-shirt. There's another one. That's number 5. Let's continue.
I know some of y'all probably thought you was going to get poofed. Poof, there's no poofing. If there's no proofing, then you're going to have to get ready for something to take place. The same way we walked out of our captivity, we're going to walk out of this captivity this second time. And
that's number 6. That's number 6. That nigga said the way we walked out of our captivity from Egypt, that's the same we're going to walk out of this captivity. Let's run it back.
Firstborn was the 10th plague, and then shortly after that, literally the next day, we went out of captivity. You guys see a picture starting to form here? Because I don't know if you noticed, but we live in the last days. We should be preparing every available moment for the second Exodus. I know some of y'all probably thought you was going to get poofed. Poof. There's no poofing. If there's no poofing, then you're going to have to get ready for something to take place. The same way we walked out of our captivity the first time is the way that we're going to walk out of this captivity this second time. And what happened before the captivity was over? 3 days of darkness. Okay? This is the reason, Yahweh Shai, he told you, no man knows when, but there's something that you need to do. These two things are really one thing. He said, I want you to watch, and that means you got to have one eye open. You're like, I'm praying, Yahweh, show me what these people doing out here. Show me what they...
See? Now, he's using the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Now, when you go to, because somebody might say, he's calling the name of the Lord. This nigga is a demon, man. Let me read this. What's it? Mark, is it Mark 9? Let's see. Bear with me here. This is Mark 9 and 38. It reads, and John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followed not us, and we forbade him, because he followed not us. But Yahushua said, forbid him not, for there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me. For he that is not against us is on our part. Is this guy, according to the Bible, on Yahushua's part? I say nay. The nigga got Shiva joxes, man. The nigga got a t-shirt with fringes on it, man. If he was, that's why I watched the first few minutes. I said maybe off the rip when I saw the Shiva joxes. That's a no-no, man. Off the rip. I shouldn't even be playing a video, but I need you to hear about a couple more minutes of this slow belly nigga. The nigga said the same way we left out of Egypt. That's how we gonna come out of this captivity. Lies. The scriptures say the elect gonna get beamed up into the chariots. Where this nigga come from? The nigga is in a building. Let's go back. Couple more minutes. Now I'm gonna get into the precepts of my lesson, Salakia.
What they're putting in my food, I need to know every single thing I can know about what's going on so that I'm prepared and I'm ready. Amen. Okay, now let me remind you. Tuesday, did I say my Tuesday, April 9th is the new moon. But up in just a few days, darkness take place. They took place. It was the first thing that happened in the year. And during the time of the Exodus, we went out. So he's saying the first month of the year is April. That's what he's saying. Now you can go and look this up, man. It's right there. All you gotta do go look it up. March is the first month of the year. First year, right? The first month to you, the first thing that we experienced was the darkness. And then 14 days later, we had the Passover. And then the very next day, we had freedom from our captivity. We are entering into a time period that looks exactly like that. Because this year, the Passover is on Monday, April 22nd. Give me John chapter 8, verse 20.
See what it say? It sound good. This is Romans chapter. Let's read this. This is Romans 16 and 17. Now beseech you, brethren, mark them which ye have learned. They that are such serve not our Lord Yahweh Mashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. See?
12. Because that verse we just read said the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. What does it say on the screen? Then spake Yahweh again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. What do you need?
Now, the Lord said in Matthew, put this slow belly nigga back up on the screen, man. And I'm going to get into this lesson. In Matthew chapter 7, it reads this. This is Matthew 7 and 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. Then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. Now, I might have to change the title and do my other lesson maybe later on or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Because I done went too far. I done 27 minutes in. I don't want to start my other lesson. I'm just going to change the title. That's what I'll do. And I do my other lesson maybe later. Lord willing, I can do it later. I want to make this point. This nigga got Shiva Jotas. And he called on Yahweh Shema Shai, man. The nigga didn't open his lesson with all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shema Shai. Now, you got your own platform. You can do whatever you want to do. But this declares whether the tree have been dressed, man. Let me get this. That's what I do. I'm just gonna make another lesson. I retitle this and I do my other lesson. Lord, when I get in later on, Lord willing. Let me get this. In Ecclesiasticus 27, this nigga is off, man. Unless it Ecclesiasticus 27 and 3, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of Yahweh, his house shall soon be overthrown. As when one sifted with a sieve, the refuse remaineth, so the filth of man is in his talk. Now that sounds real good, because he said during the time we was in Egypt, the 3 days of darkness, he lined it up with now with the eclipse that's coming. He lined it up with now with the eclipse that's coming. Talk about 3 days of darkness. So he lined it up and said the Passover after the Passover was the darkness. Okay. By good words and fair speeches, man, he deceived the hearts of the simple. It sounds good, real good. But the first month of the year is March, man. Ecclesiastes 27 and 3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, his house shall soon be overthrown. As when one sifted with a sieve, the refuse remain, so the filth of man is in his talk. That's what I'm going to tie this lesson. The filth of man is in his talk. As a matter of fact, let me do that right now. I'm going to come back later on and do my lesson. The original lesson I wanted to do. Let me title this. Bear with me here. Let me get rid of this. I must needs to title this. This is a filthy nigga. right here, man. In Salakia. Salakia. This nigga done pissed me off, man. Salakia. This nigga is off, man. The filth of man is in his talk. Now, back in Ecclesiasticus 27:3, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. As when one sifted with a sieve, the refuse remaineth, so the filth of man is in his talk. The furnace proveth the potter's vessel, so the trial of man is in his reasoning. The fruit declareth if the tree have been dressed, so is the utterance of a conceit in the heart of man. Praise no man before thou hearest him speak. And when the video got sent to me, I guess I'm supposed to be in, oh, he's a Hebrew Israelite. Nah, praise no man. Ecclesiastes 27:7. Praise no man before thou hearest him speak, for this is the trial of men. See, this nigga is off, man. He make it sound real good. It sound real good. You, you can go to it. You're gonna watch the video. It's 40 minutes. I heard what I need to hear. The nigga said the same way we walked into Egypt, the same way we walked out of Egypt, we're gonna walk out of this captivity. That ain't in the Bible. Nowhere. Nowhere. The nigga got Shiva Jatas, man. And when you go to, let me show, let me, and I did a lesson on this. And I titled it Samson had Shiva Jatas, aka Dreads, BKA, what I said, Samson had Shiva Jatas, aka Dreads, and something else, right? When you go to the law of a Nazarite, real quick, let me get this. For any nigga that want to talk trash, there's a law dealing with the Nazarites. The Nazarite vow, right? Bear with me here. It's been a minute since I read this. I know it's in is it number 6? Let's see. It's been a minute since I read this. I think it's number 6 though. Let's see here. Yeah. Listen to this real quick. That's why I said let me just deal with this guy because this might be a long one in itself. Number 6, it reads, and Yahweh speaking to Moses, saying, speaking to the children of Israel, and say unto them, when either man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of the Nazarite, to separate themselves unto Yahweh, he shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar of wine, or vinegar of strong drink, neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dried. All the days of his separation shall he eat nothing that is made of the vine tree, from the kennels even to the husks. All the days of the vow of his separation, there shall no razor come upon his head. When, Lord? Until the days be fulfilled. So when a nigga say, oh, I'm on the Nazarite vow, you slow-bellied nigga, you got to cut that shit. All the days of the vows of his separation, there shall no razor come upon his head until the days be fulfilled, in the which he separated himself unto Yahweh. He shall be holy and shall let the locks of his hair of his head grow, which is braids. When you go to that, when you go to Judges 16, when it said the word locks in Judges 16, I did a lesson on it. The word locks mean braids, man. It reads, all the days that he separated himself unto Yahweh, he shall come at no dead body, Nigga, you done been to funerals, you slow belly nigga. If you say you took it the Nazarite vow, he shall not make himself unclean for his father or for his mother, for his brother or for his sister when they die. You can't, nigga can't tell me he ain't been to no funeral because the consecration of his God is upon his head. All the days of his separation, he is holy unto Yahweh. And if any man die very suddenly by him, and he have defiled the head of his consecration, then he shall shave his head in the days of his cleansing. On the seventh day shall he shave it. And on the eighth day he shall bring two turtles or two young pigeons to the priest to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Ho, you gotta, it say after, let's go back. This is verse 5. All the days of the vow of his separation, there shall no razor come upon his head until the days be fulfilled. Let me get something else to show you something. Listen to this. Now you got Absalom, right? Let's get this. Bear with me. This is, let's go to 2 Samuel. Watch this. You niggas think you slick, but your niggas ain't slick, man. Cause it's written in the scriptures, man. This is 2 Samuel 14. And this is about Absalom, right? Let me get this. Is it verse right? Listen to this now. Now, when you read in Daniel's, matter of fact, let me pull this up. Let me pull this up real quick. When you go to Daniel's, it talks about when Nebuchadnezzar came and took down Jerusalem, right? It said he took of the king's seed, right? Gotta make this point. I gotta make this point. Is that Daniel's 2? It may be 1. Okay, so it's 1. Listen to this. Before I read this by Absalom. Now, this is Daniel's 1 and 1. It reads, in the third year, I'm just making this point just in case the nigga say he under the Nazarite vow or any other slow bellied nigga. In the third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem and besieged it. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand with parts of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar to the house of his God. And he brought the vessels into the treasure house of his God. And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel, right? And of the king's seed and of princes. So these would be them. Like he took Daniel and he took Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, which is their Hebrew names is Mishael, Hananiah, and Azariah, right? So he took Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the three holy children, right? He took Daniel. It say he told him, he said that he should bring certain of the children of Israel and of the king's seed and of the princes. Listen, verse 4. Children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom. That's why Esau had to take down, he had to take us down, man. The stars, because if they could take down Israel, they can conquer the rest of the nations. The other heathen nations is nobody, man. But he had to get the king's seed. It say, verse Daniel 1 and 4, children in whom was no blemish. You know the Lord said in Exodus 13 and 1, the Lord told Moses, every male that openeth the womb shall be called holy unto me. He said, every male and every animal that openeth the womb. Those are Israelite men and cattle with no blemish. With no blemish. Even down to the women that was firstborn of their household.
No blemish, man. Children in whom was no blemish. That word children going to sons. The Lord deal with the men, right? Children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom and cunning in knowledge and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, in whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. This is who ye shall use. I tell you in Psalm 10 and 10, he humble and crouching himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. They set up your leaders to teach you, Jake. So here it is. Nebuchadnezzar took Israelites, men that had no blemish, right? Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? Uh, 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 the Hebrew names is Hananiah, Azariah, Mishael, right? Children who know no blemish. Now listen to this. Second Samuel 14 and 25. Listen. But in all Israel, there was none to be so much praised as Absalom, which was a damn demon. For his beauty, from the sole of his foot even to the crown of his head, there was no blemish in him. Listen, verse 26. And when he polled his head, for it was at every year's end. When is the fucking end of the year, man? It's February, you slow-bellied niggas, which is the 12th month of the year, by the way. And when he polled his head, for it was at every year's end that he polled it, because the hair was heavy on him. Therefore he polled it. He weighed the hair of his head at 200 shekels after the king's weight. Hold on. Absalom ain't have no blemish. And he cut his head every year. This nigga got Shiva Jatas and they getting along. What's going on? So what we talking about? What's going on? The nigga is a demon. Anybody out there that got Shiva Jatas, you bitch ass niggas, you gotta cut that shit every year. Huh? What say ye? Number 6 say you gotta cut it, man. Why? The Passover coming. Your bitch ass niggas gotta drink wine. How about that shit? You niggas is flugazy, man. You niggas, you some flugazy niggas out here, man. And we gonna crunch on you niggas all day, every day, because you niggas is wicked, man. Demons. How about this nigga praying over his food, facing the east with Shiva Jatas? Ain't that some shit? Demon ass nigga, man. I hate you niggas, man. I can't wait till Yahweh Shemawashah brings judgment in the earth, man. Picture this nigga right here with Shiva Jatas facing the east, praying over his food, man. Calling on Yahweh Shemawashah with Shiva Jatas on his fucking head, man. You got to cut that. None of you niggas can say, "Oh, I'm taking the Nazarite vow," nigga. If you are celebrating your Passover in April, you got to cut that hell. What say ye? Anybody out there? You niggas is flugazy, man. You niggas is cubic zirconius, man. Fake. Yeah. And I just want to make some points, man. How Absalom, it say he had no blemish from the crown of his head to the sole of his feet. And this man cut his hair every year. And that nigga was a demon. We talking about Solomon. We talking about King David's son who was at his throat. How he pulled his hair. But you niggas talk about, what? Nigga. So you worshiping, you calling Yahweh Shema Shai, but you worshiping Shiva? The madness, man. The madness. The scriptures is there, man. The scriptures is there. You can't get around the Nazarite vow. And it say after the Nazarite days are fulfilled, you got to cut that nasty shit, man. But this nigga right here, he got that 501c3. Now let me read. Bear with me here, because I got that. Oh, matter of fact, it's right here. Let me read some of this to you if you have not heard it. All you sellout niggas, because I keep this. Every time I transfer to different phone, I keep this. This is called The Government Owns and Runs Your Church and its doctrines. 501c3 tax exempt organization. Now, this was started by Lyndon B. Johnson. Let me read it to you. Just the top of this. Now I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna scroll down and show you what this nigga can't talk about. Most churches in America have organized as 501c3 tax exempt religious organizations. This is a fairly recent trend that has only been going on for about 50 years. Churches were only added to Section 501c3 of the tax code in 1954. We can thank Senator Lyndon B. Johnson for that. Johnson was no ally of the church as part of his political agenda. Johnson had it in mind to silence the church and eliminate the significant influence the church had always had on shaping public policy. It's a lot in here when it comes to the head. Now, let me read to you what these slow-bellied niggas can't say in the church. Your wacky ass pastor. And this is why, let me read this before I get into this. Let me read this. This is why your congregation gonna come after you, Nate, Johanna, Recall from GOCC, WFI, True Nation, Believers of the Way, Sons of Thunder. Listen to this. Micah chapter 3 and 5. And it reads, Thus saith Yahweh concerning the prophets that make my people err, that bite with their teeth and cry peace. And he, who? The pastor, that putteth not into their mouths what? The truth. They even prepare war against him. So it's going to come a time when the congregation of these slow-bellied, fake prophets, their congregation going to come against them because they ain't putting in their mouth the truth. Listen to this. Churches are automatically tax deductibles. Let me get down to the list. Now this say, when a church accepts a 501c3 status, that church waives its freedom of speech, waives its freedom of religion, waives its rights to influence legislators and the legislation they craft, waives its constitutional guaranteed rights, is no longer free to speak to the vital issues of the day. What? You can't talk about what's going on right now, which is prophecy? I don't want no part of that shit. Becomes controlled by a spirit of fear that if it doesn't toe the line with IRS, it will lose its tax exempt status. Becomes a state church. One need not look far to see that the church's acceptance of the 501c3 and its significant restrictions has had devastating consequences to not only the church, but to the entire nation. Listen, let's get to it. Here's one. According to IRS, 501c3 Christians, churches, ministries, and organizations may not do the following. What's the following, Lord? Expose conspiracies. This is what they can't do. Criticize the New World Order. Say or publish any negative about any politician, Republican or Democrat. And we do this all day, every day. Number 4, criticize government agencies and bureaus, the IRS, FBI, BATF, CIA, EPA, DEA, OSHA, DOJ, etc. Number 5, criticize an institution of government such as the White House, the Congress, the Federal Reserve Board, even though it is a private corporation, or the Supreme Court. Number 6, encourage citizens to call or write their congressman, senator, governor, mayor, or other public politician. Criticize any proposed or pending bill or legislation that would take away the rights and freedom of the people. This is what he can't speak about. Him, TD Snakes, Delflo Dollar, Geno Jennings, Pastor Bryant, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackass, expose, listen, expose, this is number 9, expose or criticize the New Age movement. And where we at right now? The fourth industrial revolution. This is where we at, the New Age movement. We can't speak about this? Kiss my ass. Thus saith the Lord. Number 10, support and encourage a law-abiding citizen militia, even though this is constitutional. So number 11, support or encourage the Second Amendment, the right of people to keep and bear arms. Number 12. This, listen, for you two-third Evites and the hopeful elect women, listen, discourage young women from getting abortion or endorse the pro-life movement. Teach that abortion, especially partial birth abortion, is murder and is the killing of innocent babies. Listen, number 14, identify homosexuality as a sin and an abomination of God. Number 15, express an opinion on any subject or issue. Number 16, appeal to people's emotions by what? Employing and evangelization methods such as fire and brimstone preaching, not considered a reasoned approach by the IRS. So we can't tell you that America gonna be destroyed by fire. Kiss my ass. Thus saith the Lord. What? Number 16. Appeal to people's emotions by employing evangelization methods such as fire and brimstone preaching, not considered a reasoned approach by IRS. Number 17, discuss or identify threats to Christianity. Number 18, discuss subjects or topics the IRS deems sensationalists. Number 19, criticize well-known public figures or institutions the IRS deems worthy, such as who? The super rich elite, international bankers, the Hollywood movie industry, etc. Publish or broadcast information on any topic without giving credence to the opposing viewpoints of Hamashiach's enemies. Huh? We can't talk about Yahweh's enemies. Fuck you. Thus saith the Lord. 21. Publish and offer books, tapes, or products that expose the elitist plots against humanity and God. We can't talk about what? There's on Google the master plan of the Illuminati Rothschilds. I can't talk about that. Get the fuck out of here. Thus saith the Lord. Number 22. Criticize who? The Pope or the Vatican, or contrast the New Catholic Catechism with the truths found in the Holy Bible. Hold on. Number 22. Criticize the Pope or the Vatican, or contrast the New Catholic Catechisms with the truths found in the Holy Bible. What? We can't prove that the so-called white man is Edom according to the Bible? This nigga on the screen with these Shiva Jatas, he can't bring it out. That's why Yahweh Shah said, go to the highways and hedges. Because bitch, we don't need no take up no funds and offerings. We don't need no lights out there. Huh? You don't need no lights in the highways and hedges. Number 23, criticize the United Nations or such globalist groups as the Council of Foreign Relations, the what? The Bilderbergers and the Trilateral Commission. Hold on. We can't talk about the Treaty of Rome, the reactivated Treaty of Rome, the Trilateral Commission. Get out of here. Thus saith the Lord. Number 24, criticize the Masonic Lodge. Hold on. The Order of the Skull and Bones or other secret societies. What the Lord said in Luke 8 and 17. That which is hid should be made manifest. We can't talk about the elites. Get the fuck out of here. Thus saith the Lord. Number 27, criticize the Jewish ADL or other Jewish lobby groups. Say anything positive about religious rights or the patriot movement. Support homeschooling. You can't do this. You can't support homeschooling. This is what he can't say on the screen. He can't tell the congregation, raise your kids at home. Listen, this is number 29. Support homeschooling, home churches, or unregistered churches. That's what we is. We are unregistered. They say support homeschooling, home churches. That's what we is. Or unregistered churches. That's what we doing. Spend money on missionary projects or charitable causes not approved by IRS. Promote or encourage alternative health care. which is what? It's a herbs and vitamins, etc. You can't do this. John D. Rockefeller made sure that. Expose what? Expose false teachings of any kind by anyone. He can't do this. Pastor Bryant, T.D. Stakes, and Creflo Dollar, and Geno Jennings can't do this. They all had the 501c3. Nate Snake can't do this. He got the 501c3. What we talking about, man? Hold on. I got more. Expose false teachings of any kind by anyone, support or encourage persecuted Christians' sufferings under anti-Christian regimes in Red China, Cuba, Russia, Israel, Saudi Arabia, the United States, and elsewhere. Ordain, ordain a pastor whose training or qualifications are not approved by the IRS. That'll be the apostles of jail mess, the elder bishops and elders. We don't need you fucking Edomites validation no more. We never did. We don't need it. You heard what he just said? Number 34. Ordain a pastor whose training or qualifications are not approved by the IRS. It's approved by Yahweh Shema Shah. The Lord said in Deuteronomy 32 and 1 and 2 that he would rain down his doctrine as due. We don't need the so-called white man validation. The niggas is stew. That's why they finna come down with great wrath. They finna shut off the internet. Amos 8 and 11, man. While you just out there playing games, let me hit a couple more of these. This is number 35. Advocate or teach any Bible doctrine that is politically or religiously incorrect or is inconsistent, or is inconsistent with any public policy, abortion, feminism, gay rights, etc., currently being enforced by IRS. Additionally, requirements for the 501c3 church are found in the Department of the Treasury Internal Revenue Service. See, it's a long list. Let me get some of this. Number 36, having a recognized creed and IRS approved form of worship. We got to go to them. The Lord say, go to the highways and hedges. See, and this is why the world, as Elder Yashua make the point about the world, Christianity will not deal with the throne of David. Because if you do, you got to acknowledge that you, 17 heathen nations, is just servants, and you will be again. 36, having a recognized creed and IRS approved form of worship. No, we don't need the so-called white man's approval. The Lord gave it. Thus said Yahweh Shema Shai. Number 37, have IRS approved code of doctrine and discipline. No, Yahweh Shai said, my doctrine is my father's. When you go in John 7, right, start at 11, they said, man, who is this guy and what doctrine is this? He said, it's not mine, it's my father's. This is number 38. Have ordained ministers educated in state accredited colleges. We ain't going to no theological seminaries, theological cemeteries. See, it's all in there. It's all in here, man. I can keep going for another hour. It's a lot in this 501c3, man. You read some more. Pastors, this number 39, pastors must answer to the IRS as to daily activities of the church. So your local pastors got to report to you everything that goes on in the church. And do you know church members have to sign a form? Yep. You don't believe me? Go ask your local pastor. If he actually we got the 501 and do the congregation got to sign a form, and yes, they do. It says pastor must answer to the IRS as to daily activities of the church. The IRS must privy to all financial transactions of the church. Pastor must supply names of what? Of all donors, make books, records available, be neutral on political issues, be engaged in activities furthering exclusively public proposals, open its service to the public. That's why them niggas say, come as you are. You could be a transformer Decepticon. Come as you are. Jesus loved you. We're reading it right now, goddammit. Be engaged in activities furthering exclusively public proposals, open its services to the public, submit names of all church workers, pastors, teachers, clerks, counselors, educational directors, office help associates, and maintenance personnel. No publicly opposed license of church ministries. Give unlimited submission to civil magistrates pertaining to all laws, federal, state, and local, including public policy. See, it's a long list. It don't stop. It keep going. Listen, man, you niggas done sold out. Let me get this. You sell out, slow-bellied niggas. And if you're offended at my rude speech, I don't give a damn. Thus saith the Lord. This is Isaiah. This shit is vexing, man. It's vexing. But this is who all your pastors, all your my pastor, yeah, they're on the 501c3, man. This is Isaiah 28 and 15. But ye have said, we have made a covenant with death. What's the covenant? It's the 501c3, brother. But we, but ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing sword shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. The Lord said, verse 17, judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies. This is truth. And the waters shall overflow the hiding places. That's his truth, destroying the lies. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. Yep, all you that sold out for the 501c3. Verse 19 it reads, from the time that it goeth forth, what? The scourge. It shall take you, who? 2/3, this nigga on the screen. It shall take you, for morning by morning shall it pass over, by day and by night, and it shall be a vexation only to understand the report. What's the report? Your slow belly ass should have repented, you dumb nigga. Lord wants to edify. Got to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh, Bahashim Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishops, and that was a great millstone, rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and all of Israel, whether you accept it or not. In a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth with the four winds of the earth, the entire world shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akwa who are listening learning, ye few sisters who are listening learning. Do I tune in? May Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. I'm gonna close this precept. Let me close with this. Hey, man, listen to this, man. Cause you niggas, you 2/3, you slow bellied, sell out, bitch made niggas. The Lord is finna make you niggas bear, just like he doing Esau. This is Zechariah 13. I must be allowed to read this. This is Zechariah 13 and 3. And it shall come to pass that when any shall yet prophesy, then his father and his mother that begat him shall say unto him, thou shalt not live, for thou speakest lies in the name of Yahweh. And his father and his mother that begat him shall thrust him through when he prophesieth. And it shall come to pass in that day that the prophets shall be ashamed, every one of his vision, when he have prophesied. Neither shall they wear neither shall they wear a rough garment to deceive. But he shall say, I am no prophet, I am an husbandman, for man taught me to keep cattle from my youth. This nigga right here on the screen, right here, another Mark the Messenger, another Marcus Rogers. They're gonna be found out. Nigga, you ain't no prophet. Nigga, you a husbandman. Slow belly niggas. Shalom.